So what's the, like, for you, what would you say was the most important lesson that you've learned from like a past relationship that you're like, okay, I've learned that now. Like, okay, now I've learned that from this experience in the relationship.
You learned a lot.
You've
I
learned a
think,
lot, yeah.
yeah, I think one of the things, okay, I'll talk about two things.
Okay.
The first one is I learned that if I have the intention of dating someone, I need to really get to know them. Like I shouldn't rush, the process of dating. Um, for example,
Yeah.
I didn't really have a chance to get to know the person. Be like, okay, how does this person react to certain things? And I think now when I'm moving forward, that's what I want to do. I regret not getting to know, people before actually getting to a relationship with them. And another thing, just not putting myself first, always putting the other person first before myself. And yeah, those two things.
Oh, I see. Like, when you say not putting yourself first, you mean in a sense that you take care of you first and not try to cater to the person all the time.
Yes, I felt like in like especially my recent relationships, I've always just wanted to worry about that person. What does that person need? How can I comfort them immediately? And then by the time I have capacity for myself, it's like I can't, I'm so exhausted worrying about the other person.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay, I follow you. Terry, I'm going to give you a chance
Yes.
now to ask me any questions that you have.
Okay.
Any question? Don't worry, I got you. This is my thing, Terry. I got you. Sure.
Oh, question number one. So, what is your biggest turn off when it comes to dating or like being in a relationship? And you can choose one physical and one like emotional or personality. Yeah.
Yo, that's very okay. Good question. That would be so hard for me. I feel like for me, most of the time, um, well, my choices were mostly driven by how I feel, and which is something that I try to work
Mm,
on later on. Because my choices in relationships, by the way, because in my life, I don't care about how I feel for the most part. I do things because they have to be done. What has to be done rather than how what I like and what I feel. I don't think like that for the most part. But I feel like
okay.
in love relationships, I feel like my drive mostly was driven by feelings. So for the most part, I'm very tolerant, right? So it's hard for me to have like a turn off or or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe something that I would say to a certain extent I realized over time as a turn off was just how when you are in a relationship, someone is not
Mm,
as invested in a relationship with as you are. Now when I'm saying as invested, I'm
yes.
not necessarily talking financially or anything like that. Actually, I don't care
Mm-hmm.
like whether my girlfriend has money or not, to be fair. But as
Yes.
invested as in like, do they even care to like check up on you constantly as you are, to
Yes.
do they care to communicate with you as much as you communicate with them, those type of things. So when you see that,
Yes.
it seems like I'm like chasing forever. Even after we're in a relationship, I
Mm-hmm.
have to play chase. Like that's I feel like for me that would be like one of the biggest turn offs, whereby your partner is not as invested as I am in a relationship. So of course that would be a turn off. You said
Wow, that's a fun.
yeah, that's a general one I would give, yeah, as a turn off for me in a
Yes.
relationship, yeah.
W- would there be one that's physical or that just doesn't matter to you?
Now, once I'm in a relationship with you, this means I love you physically. I mean, I'm attracted to you because that's what I see first.
Okay.
So that's what, like, I don't think there would be something that is a turn off physically because I'm in a relationship with you. Because I wouldn't get in a
Okay.
relationship with someone that I have a turn off. Like physically, that wouldn't make sense, you know. In a relationship, that I'm in a relationship
Yeah.
and I have a physical turn off of my partner. Not really, actually, nah. I think so. We are back. You good?
Okay.
Cool.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
want me to repeat the question?
Yeah, what was the second question?
No, I was just asking, do you want me to repeat the first question or I can move on to the next one?
It's cool. The first question I think we covered. We can move on to the next one.
Okay, the next one is kind of similar,
Okay.
but maybe you can like something else. So, what is the one quality in a partner that is a non-negotiable for you? Like, if you want to date this person and they have a certain quality, you cannot tolerate, like, it's done. You know, you're not even gonna go there with that person. What is that one quality that you just cannot accept?
What do you mean, like qualities in like something that a person has that I cannot accept in a relationship?
Yes, like maybe it's their personality, maybe it's their attitude to certain things, you know, maybe say for example, maybe they support, you know, an idea that you feel is wrong. So maybe that's like, okay, I cannot date you because you're
Yo,
racist.
Terry, let me
Like
tell you
that.
something, Terry. Let me tell you something. I've kissed frogs, bro. Yo, I've kissed frogs. For love, I've kissed frogs. Yo, snakes, bro. I think for me, actually, for me, you know, for me, the most turn off thing I would say that I have. It's just I just don't like a partner that lies and you know cheats and for me that's the biggest turn off. I don't like that. That's so one thing. As far as personalities and stuff, you know, I don't really see much. You know, as long as you're not a weirdo, just you know, I understand you. You know, that's it. You know, I'm good. You know, but I don't look too deep actually as to people's personalities. I've dated girls that are quieter. I've dated girls that are loud. You know, I don't think actually I give much thoughts in that. I would say
Yes.
I just love beautiful women, man. That's for me though. Like, you know, and then as
Yes.
to how you are, I work around, you know, to try. Although I have to admit, I have things that I will say like, yo, I have issues with, but not necessarily that I will say to the point whereby like we have to break up. I always think like in a relationship anyway, you're always gonna have things with the partner that you disagree with, you know, where you are not with them at all when it comes to that. You know, I dated this girl actually. I just didn't like how she would talk about, like, for an example, when anything that we talk about and I mention my family, like her attitude towards my family, and she didn't even meet my family, by the way. She doesn't know anyone in my family, but her attitude towards that, like for me, I had a problem with that. You know, like her attitude towards my family. Like for an example, let's say you're talking about, yo, I need to do this for my brother, this and that. Why don't your brother do things for themselves? You know, like, yo, bro, chill out. This is my family, right? You don't know what they've done for me.
Yeah.
Like, so shut the f up. You know, those type of things now. I don't like that type of thing. Like someone to say, yo, why you have to do that for your brother, or why you have to do this for your sister, or why your mom, why your granny this? Nah. That's my family. You don't know. You just got here. Nah, bruh. Nah. That's those. I don't like that. Otherwise, I don't mind as long as you are able to talk about things. You know, that's another thing. Actually, maybe I can mention is, I just, even if I disagree with you, Terry, I want us to agree to disagree and leave it at that. That's me and you don't find each other on this part. We disagree with each other. The only problem that I start to have, especially with the Jesus people, is that they want you to accept everything that they are, like, or that they believe. They want you to be that too and accept it with them. But that's not me though. That's you thing, right?
Yes.
But then if you want me now to be you and be that thing with you, that's another thing that I would say, you know. But I don't have things that I would feel like maybe have gotten to a point whereby I would say they're turned off. Because I feel like in a relationship, we should be able to talk about things, no matter how much we disagree. Like, because anyway, you always gonna have, even if you go to a next person, there's always gonna be something whereby you don't find each other. So I like to table